it's Caitlyn and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, or if you're new around here then welcome my darlings. I am so glad to have you here. So for today's video I thought I would do just a nice really chill one, and I'm literally just sat on my bed. This is how chill it's gonna be. Also, let me know if you like this new setup of me in my bed. I actually really like it, not gonna lie. I think it's just really cute, and yeah, let me know if you like this new setup. And yeah, I'm literally just gonna do a classic Q&A for you all. I've literally got my cup of tea as well at the ready in my little Nutella mug, which my mum got me for Christmas in a gift set last year. But yeah, I'm literally just gonna get straight into the video and just answer some questions that you guys have sent in for me to answer basically, and I hope you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop rambling and let's get straight into the video. Yeah, I'm just gonna be answering the questions over on my laptop here. Honestly, you guys have sent me in some really good questions to answer. Some of them honestly is really nice because it's a really nice mix and a different range of questions compared to my usual Q&As. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna go through and answer them for you all. So the first question is, where are your favourite places to shop for clothes? But I'd say my favourite places to shop are definitely, one of my favourites is Primark. Honestly, I literally love there. I mean, it's really cheap and I just think you get some really nice stuff in there, and most of my wardrobe is probably from Primark because I literally love it. I love places like Topshop, you know, I love their jeans. Also over lockdown, I discovered a new love for xoxo at first, and honestly some of the stuff on there, like, I literally love it. But yeah, and also as well, I would actually say M&S. I mean, I have worked with M&S a couple of times now where they've kindly invited me in and worked with me in terms of checking out their new ranges and their new jeans and stuff like that, and honestly some of the stuff in there is really underrated. And I mean, I know M&S has this reputation of being quite like an older woman's sort of shop, but honestly if you ever go in and check out, their jeans are honestly like really good and they're really good quality. So yeah, I would definitely say that's worth checking out. And I've also got a blazer from there as well, which is like my go-to black blazer, which every girl needs in their closet or in their wardrobe. Yes, I would definitely say places like Primark, Hollister, Topshop, M&S. Obviously with our fast fashion brands as well, I feel like you can't really avoid, and they do actually some nice stuff. So things like Pretty Little Thing, Misguided, Boohoo.com and things like that. So yeah, I would say I mainly shop at probably them places as well. Question is, what is your favourite song / movie? Now I'm going to do these as like two separate questions because obviously they're kind of separate. So my favourite song at the minute is actually a little, I wouldn't say it's really old, but it's obviously, it's not current, it's not new now. And it is Throwback by Chris Brown. This is from his album Indigo. And I actually rediscovered this through TikTok the other day, and honestly that song is such a vibe. I literally love Chris Brown. Like, any song by him is just, honestly, I literally love it so much. I love all his albums and stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely say that's probably my favourite song at the minute. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. It's a vibe, it's up there, it's good. And I would say my favourite movie of all time is Friends with Benefits, starring Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. I think it's a really nice like storyline in a way. Honestly I just think it's just one of my favourites. I've only watched it a couple of years ago and I just fell in love with it. I mean, like, I made Harry watch it, and honestly I would just say it's a really good film. I really enjoyed it, and if you haven't checked it out then give it a watch really, because it is one of my favourites of all time. The next question is, how long have you been in a relationship? I officially became in a relationship with Harry last year in April. It was April the 7th, our anniversary day. So yes, we got together then. So it's been a year and 4 months we have officially been together as a couple, but it's coming up to 3 years at the end of this month that we've known each other, so I've known him for 3 years. Someone also asked, how did you and your boyfriend meet? Now, I have touched on this on a previous Q&A as well, but I will say it again just because you might not know. But me and Harry met actually on a night out. So Harry at the time wasn't originally from here. He lived down south towards like the Cambridge way. So I met him on a night out. He was up here with his friends and we kind of just bumped into each other in the club. It was August bank holiday 2018. I gave him my number and I never thought I'd hear from him again, mainly because I couldn't remember his name. I had no details of who he was. I didn't know his last name. Typical standard night out. Then he messaged me and we kind of just texted back and forth, and now we are here together in Newcastle. We live together. We did do the long distance for a little while before he moved up, and yeah, that's kind of how we met. And yeah, we're just really happy together, and he's literally my best friend. He's one of my best friends, so yeah, it's literally amazing. He makes me so happy. So yeah, that is officially how me and Harry met. So the next question is, how have you found lockdown? It's kind of like a roller coaster, lockdown for me. So I would say some days I was like fine, like at the beginning. I think everybody was like this at the beginning. I was absolutely fine, you know, I was getting along. It was kind of nice having that feeling of having to stay inside for a little while, just kind of like do your own thing, you know, spend time with family. Then it kind of got to the stage where it was like never ending. Every little thing was almost like really like just annoying me and upsetting me, and one day I literally just broke down. And I think because I was missing other people, like I was missing seeing my nana and granddad, I was missing just seeing friends, you know, just different people outside of my household. And I think a lot of people kind of had this like feeling of like feeling anxious, obviously because everything that happened with COVID, and you know, it's still going on now. I was just saying, before I went away for my week away last week, I was still in a bit of like a slump, even though I'd been putting out content and you know, I looked all cheery and happy, and some days I was in a right slump. And it kind of just, it really like sort of like frustrated me in a way, because my dad worked throughout the whole of the pandemic. He was like classed as like a key worker. My mum went back in June, and then Harry went back around the same time. He started his new job, and everyone was going out of work and having routine, and I was just kind of like stuck at home. I found lockdown really hard, if I'm honest. I would honestly love to know how you guys felt during lockdown, or if you guys felt the same way. Honestly, comment down below and let me know how you guys dealt with things. I really like this question, and someone asked, who would you want as your celebrity best friend? And honestly, I had to think about this for quite a while, I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, like the first person who kind of came to my head was Rihanna. Like, it's so random, but honestly, she's just so cool. I just love everything about her, and I just honestly, I think she's such a vibe. I think she'd be so cool to hang out with. Someone asked, can we go for a coffee soon? And honestly, girl, please just message me, hit me up. I'll be down for a coffee date anytime. The next question is, why did you start YouTube? Honestly, I started out with my blog, and I've grown my blog over time. But I remember I was sitting and talking to one of my friends, Demi, who you guys probably know and watch. And we were having a conversation, and she was like, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Why don't you start a channel? And I was a bit nervous because I was like, oh, I don't know if it's really for me. And I was like, I'm not really, I really don't know. And she's like, just go for it, just like try it. I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, you know, it was just something I enjoyed. I loved filming, I loved the idea of editing and just having like memories and stuff to look back on. And I think during lockdown, I kind of had this idea, well, I really wanted to put my all into YouTube and really just kind of give it another go and start posting like once a week or twice a week. I've actually really enjoyed it. I really like putting out content that you guys like watching. I think videos and watching videos and searching stuff on YouTube has become such a big platform. People love watching videos, and I think people like watching something because it's visual. You have to be passionate about, you have to like creating stuff, because I think if you don't and you're kind of just doing it for the subs or for the ads or for the money or for whatever, or you know, for the publicity, I think people are going to see through it. People are going to see that you're just not enjoying it, and I think you have to be passionate if you want to do it. That's definitely why I started YouTube, because I just really enjoyed it, and you know, my friends encouraged me to do it. Now this is one of my favourite questions that somebody's asked, and it says, what drives you to create? Everything around me sort of gives me inspiration to create content. Also take inspiration from apps such as WeHeartIt and Pinterest. They're two of my favourite apps where I like to take inspiration from. But I think I just like seeing, you know, good girl bosses who basically got their shit together and they're doing some amazing things, and it just makes me, it gives me that like passion. And then when I see like some of my friends and some of my blogger friends and YouTube friends who's doing really well, I'm like, it gives me that push to do something and push out content for you guys as well. So I would say I take inspiration from everything around me, and obviously the people I surround myself with as well, because if they're doing well, it makes me want to do well as well in myself. And it is such a quick, simple question to answer, and it is, who's your celebrity crush? My celebrity crush has not changed, and it is Nick Jonas. Oh my god, I love that man. I would say that, like, yeah, I love Nick Jonas, honestly, from like the Camp Rock days to, you know, where he is now. I mean, him and his wife are literally so perfect. They're such a cute couple. But yeah, I would say he's definitely my celebrity crush. So the next question is who's your style inspo? Recently, my style inspirations kind of changed, and I would actually say YouTuber Ellie Darby is probably been one of my biggest style inspirations recently. And I would say because I literally love looking at her Instagram, honestly. I could sit and scroll through it all day. I just love her outfits and her pictures, and oh, honestly, I just love it. If you don't follow Ellie Darby, then you need to check her out, but I literally just love her videos, and I love her style. I love how she pairs outfits together and stuff. But yeah, I'd say she's definitely been one of my style inspirations recently. The next question is most embarrassing experience. When I started my job that I'm in now, I would say that it was literally when I first started my job. I was literally on my period. I can't even tell the story. I was literally on my period at the time, and I've never been one who's been really heavy. I was when I was a little bit younger, like going back about 16-ish, 15, 16-ish. A couple of years ago I went on the pill, and it kind of like just, my cycle kind of changed and I became quite light, which is obviously normal. I'd say, yeah, I was really heavy this time round. And I literally, I was so heavy, it went through, I mean, good thing I was wearing black this day, it went through my my underwear, and it went onto my jeans, and I felt like, it almost felt like I'd wet myself, like I felt literally like soaking, and I literally went to the toilet, and I was literally like, it was like the doors opening to The Shining. I was just so, no, I wasn't wearing jeans that day, I was wearing leggings. So I was wearing leggings when they like seeped through, so that's how I could feel it so much. And I was literally saying, oh my god, imagine if I was wearing like light blue denim or something like that, imagine what would have happened. So yeah, literally I had to go change, buy some like cheap leggings at Primark and change when I came back. But honestly, I was so embarrassed because I felt like almost everybody could see it around me, even though they couldn't, like nobody knew apart from me. But yeah, it was so embarrassing, even though like it's not you know, it can happen, like it's completely normal, but like I just felt so embarrassed because I was serving customers and stuff as well, so I was just like, oh. But yeah, that was probably one of the most embarrassing experiences I've ever had. So the next question is, what's your dream job and why? I would love to do this full-time or be some form of like a content creator, whether that's to do with my blog or to do with YouTube or to do with Instagram. I would love to do this full-time. That would be like my ideal absolute dream. However, if I am going to go into a field, obviously you guys know I study fashion, and I would say probably my dream job in that kind of field, I was saying this to my mum yesterday, I'm not sure if I actually want to be a stylist, just because I done really well on my styling module I did in second year, or if I want to go down social media for a brand, or if I literally want to go to do like beauty journalism. One of my best friends actually put, I already know too much about you, haha, that was a outstanding question, girl. Best friend right there. But she also asked most played on Spotify. I'm not really sure how you do this. I don't know if it's through like Spotify Wrapped, but I think you can only do the 2019 one, so I will like leave my playlist down here of the most played in 2019 so you guys can have a look. Now I've got two questions which are very similar, so I'm literally just gonna put them both together just because they're very similar. So someone asked, what are your goals in life? And then the other person asked, what's on your bucket list, the things you really want to do? And I felt this kind of really tied in because like bucket list and goals. So it's kind of weird because I was talking to Harry about this the other night. We were basically saying like, what are your goals sort of in life? So I kind of do like my top 5-ish, I would say. My first one would to be to thrive in a career and thrive and go further in my own career and just see what path I end up down, but I'd like to do really well in terms of work wise. My second one would have to be to go traveling around the world. I really want to go to America. I want to go to LA, New York. I just want to go everywhere. I want to go to Bali. There's just so many things I want to experience in this world, and I'd really like to go traveling. My third one would to be to buy a house. Yeah, I'd love to buy a house together and just, you know, decorate it how we want, somewhere we could want to raise a family in the future, or, you know, if we want to have pets or anything like that. My fourth one would to be to get married and have children. Now in the future I would like 2 children. My mum's always saying she wants a boy first. And I think my fifth one would be to have all the health and happiness in the world, and just all my friends and family to be all healthy. And yeah, I'd say that's probably what I'd really like to do. Say in terms of goals right now as well, I'd say I really want to graduate with a first in my degree next year. Also, I really hope I pass my driver's test as well. So that's goals kind of like for the near future. And then the final question is 5 tips for bloggers that you have learned over the years. I think this question is really good to finish with, just because you guys can take away with what I've learned over the years. I think the first one is honestly just be yourself. You know, people's gonna love you for who you are. Don't put on like a facade, don't copy somebody else. Just do your own style. If you like doing beauty, or you like doing flat lays, if you like doing gaming, you like doing, you know, like cleaning products, like literally anything, just be yourself, talk about what you like, because then there will be people out there, like there's literally God knows how many people in the world, there will be one person who will really appreciate what you do and your content. And I think that like it kind of just really shows, if you be yourself, you will sort of attract people to your like following and to your circle. And people can see when you're being fake, like people can see right through it. So honestly, just be yourself. The next one would be to engage with bloggers and make friends. Now I say this because over the years I've been blogging and done YouTube. Honestly, I have met so many amazing people in my hometown who I would have never met through this, people in events I've been to. I would say like even people online who I've never ever met, who I would say I could class as close friends. I would say that literally, I think because, you know, we've just had this connection, we share so much passion about this industry. So I'd say definitely sort of engage with the industry, comment on people's pictures, comment on people's videos, subscribe to people. My third one would be about like brand deals in terms of what's spam and what's not, what's legit. And I would say be very careful, especially on Instagram. Now, a brand deal I have learned over the years is, if a brand wants to collaborate with you, they'll not ask you to DM them. They will not ask you to pay for a product or give you a discount code for like 50% off a product when you're still paying the other 50%. You will not have to pay for shipping, and that is not a brand collaboration. So you have to be very careful and very mindful of what you take on. Fourth one is consistency is key, especially in the industry we are now. There is tons and tons of new bloggers, YouTubers, Instagrammers every single day, and new TikTokers who are trying to get their foot out there and trying to gain more views and, you know, just get their content out there for people to see. And let me just put this out there, it does not happen overnight. It took me a good couple of years before I even got a brand collaboration or got invited to an event. Don't feel disheartened if you don't get invited to events. It does take time. So honestly, I'd say over time I've learned that just because someone you follow may get invited and you may not, then honestly it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I have learned that over time, if you put the hard work in, it will show results. And I would say number 5 is to have fun. Now, like I said before, is that don't fall into the trap of trying to copy somebody else because they've got more followers, or don't try copy somebody's style. Just be yourself, do your own thing. It will show through. And I'd say if you put the groundwork in and you put in the graft, then it will show in your work and in your content, I would say, because if you're passionate about something, people's gonna see that. And I think that's the main thing, is just to be yourself. And I would honestly say just really have fun with it and just enjoy yourself, because that's the main thing. If you're enjoying yourself, people's gonna enjoy your work and it's just gonna be fun for you, and it's just be really passionate about what you want to do. God, my throat's like so dry now from all that talking. I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed this Q&A, and I hope that answered some of your questions about me and you got to know me a little bit better, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and also give me a comment down below and tell me a little bit something about you, because I love getting to know you guys and I just think this would be really fun. We can get a good chat going in the comments. Also, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button so you guys can be notified every time I upload. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back next Friday at 5 PM for a brand new one, so stay tuned and I will see you all then.